you ever heard the story of a king who conquered half the known world and then ended up eating grass like an animal for 7 years? The most powerful man on earth vanished from his palace. Some called him mad. Others believed he had been cursed. But this man was not always a beast. Once, he ruled the greatest empire on earth. His name was Nebuchadnezzar, a king who conquered half the known world, burned cities to the ground, dragged kings away in chains, and then one day began eating grass like an animal. Not because of war, not because of disease, not because of old age, but because of a mysterious warning he refused to listen to for 7 years. The most powerful ruler on earth vanished from his palace. His hair grew wild, his nails became like claws, and the king, who once commanded armies, began living among beasts. How could something like this happen? To understand that, we must travel back more than 500 years to the mighty city of Babylon. A city so magnificent that travelers believed it had been built by gods. Its walls stretched farther than the eye could see. Its gates were covered in brilliant blue stone. Golden lions stood guard over its entrances. Its palaces sparkled beneath the desert sun. And at the center of it all sat one man, King Nebuchadnezzar, the most feared ruler in the world. When his armies marched, nations trembled. When his banners appeared on the horizon, cities surrendered. And when people heard his name, they prayed he would never come for them. But Nebuchadnezzar was not satisfied. Every victory only made him hungrier for more. One kingdom after another fell before Babylon. Entire cities were destroyed, their treasures carried away, their kings humiliated, their people forced into captivity. Families were separated. Children cried as they watched soldiers drag their parents away. And among the countless prisoners taken during these campaigns was a young Hebrew boy named Daniel. One day Daniel had been living peacefully in Jerusalem. The next, he was marching across the desert in chains. His city had fallen. His home was gone. And now he belonged to Babylon. Nebuchadnezzar believed he had defeated not only nations, but even the gods those nations worshipped. With every conquest, his pride grew larger. His confidence became arrogance. Then one day, the king ordered something extraordinary. A giant statue made entirely of gold. It towered above the plains of Babylon, shining beneath the sun, visible from miles away. When it was finally completed, a royal decree spread across the empire. Every prince, every governor, every soldier, every merchant, every citizen must bow before the golden image. And anyone who refused would be thrown alive into a furnace of fire. Thousands bowed. Thousands lowered their heads. Thousands obeyed.
But 3 men refused to bow. The king was furious. They were thrown into a blazing furnace. Everyone expected them to die. But moments later, Nebuchadnezzar jumped to his feet. Didn't we throw 3 men into the fire? Then why do I see 4? Inside the flames, 4 figures were walking unharmed when the men came out. Not even the smell of smoke was on them. For a moment, the king was humbled, but his greatest warning was still to come. One night, Nebuchadnezzar awoke in terror. He had seen a dream that would change his life forever. The next morning, he summoned Babylon's wisest men, magicians, astrologers, mystics, sorcerers. But none could explain what he had seen. Then Daniel was called. The same Daniel who had once arrived as a captive. Daniel listened carefully, and his face turned pale, because he knew exactly what the dream meant. The king had seen a giant tree. Its roots stretched deep into the earth. Its branches touched the heavens. Every creature found shelter beneath it. Then suddenly, a heavenly messenger appeared and gave a terrifying command. Cut it down. The branches broke, the leaves scattered, the mighty tree crashed to the ground. Then came the strangest words. Let his mind be changed from that of a man, and let him be given the mind of a beast. Silence filled the room. Daniel finally spoke. My king, you are the tree. The room froze. Daniel continued, your greatness has reached the ends of the earth, but your pride has reached heaven. If you do not humble yourself, you will lose everything. The warning was clear, but Nebuchadnezzar ignored it. Days passed, weeks passed, months passed. Nothing happened. Soon, the king forgot all about the dream. Then exactly 1 year later, he stood on the roof of his palace. The setting sun painted Babylon in gold. The city stretched endlessly before him. Its walls, its temples, its palaces, its wealth. The greatest city on earth. The king smiled and said words that would change his life forever. Look at Babylon. Is this not the great city I have built? My power, my glory, my greatness. The words had barely left his mouth when the wind stopped, the birds vanished, the air itself seemed to freeze. Then a voice echoed from heaven. Nebuchadnezzar, your kingdom has been taken from you. The king froze, terror filled his eyes. Something invisible swept over him. Something ancient, something supernatural, and at that very moment, his mind shattered. The mighty ruler disappeared. No throne, no crown, no palace, no army, only wilderness. The king wandered among animals. He slept beneath storms, he drank from streams. He crawled through fields and ate grass from the ground like a beast. His hair grew long and tangled, his nails became like claws. The ruler of the world had become less powerful than a shepherd. Years passed. 1, 2, 3, until 7 long years had gone by. Then one night, beneath the sky filled with stars, the broken king looked upward. For years he had looked only at himself, his victories, his glory, his power. Now, for the first time, he looked beyond himself, and something changed. His pride finally broke, his arrogance vanished, and his sanity returned. The beast became a man again. His kingdom was restored, his throne returned. But he was no longer the same king, because he had finally learned a lesson that every generation still struggles to learn. That no throne lasts forever, no empire lasts forever, no king remains powerful forever. And sometimes the greatest enemy a man will ever face is not another army, not another king, but the pride inside his own heart. And that is how the most powerful ruler on earth became a beast, became a